Hey guys, Sarge here with the 3v3 play-by-email campaign on the Pacific Admirals Edition for the turn on December 15th, 1941. Gonna look at the intel reports. Got a lot of losses today in the air. We lost 22, they lost 25. 15 of those were Bettys over Philippines. Walruses came from that disastrous naval battle. Nows as well over Manila. Nates as well. Seagulls also in this disaster. Yeah, most of our losses came from down here. So this isn't exactly accurate. We didn't lose fighters, we just lost a bunch of seaplanes. And we did knock out a 0 over Singapore, which is amazing. Oh, we teleported over there. Interesting. So I will start over here. We do have a lot of naval movement going on. Excuse me. Got some split up squadrons here moving to the northeast, probably to Cameron Bay. And then down here is where it gets interesting because we're claiming we're spotting a carrier, though it's probably like aircraft tender with like 16 auxiliary craft. I'm not sure what that could be. I mean, of course this isn't going to be accurate, but we are claiming we have found a carrier of some sort. And then over here they've got a bunch of task forces moving to the southeast. We're pretty sure this is their Borneo attack force. And there's not really many things I can move to prevent it, and all of these combat ships have to evacuate to the east, not to the west, excuse me, because they're all the damaged ones from that naval battle. This is gonna sink. This is probably gonna sink. These will live as long as they don't get engaged. And then here, these will live as long as they don't get engaged either. Excuse me. I have asked Green to take some of his Mark 14 subs, the ones equipped with Mark 14 torpedoes, so I can use them as kind of a picket, like I have with this submarine, just so we can have some spotting, as well as maybe be some nuisance. So he has transferred some of the ocean-going ones, and he's marked them with UK on it to basically let me know that, hey, these are the ones I've transferred to you. So we're just gonna start with making the picket lines. Is this the best thing to do? Maybe not, but one, his shipping has to go through here, and two, this gives us spotting and opportunities to get him, to get his valuable ships. And then I'm basically just gonna move all of my Dutch and UK subs into this area. So he's not gonna get there this turn, but I'm gonna move subs down here. They may not be able to do, they're not gonna be able to do anything really in terms of damage, but I hope like I can just catch some of them maybe. Catch something down there. Make sure I have set react 1. And then these guys also were a part of a picket line. So I'm basically just gonna form the same kind of picket line down here. Except it's gonna be just 3. Yeah, you can stay there. And then just making a simple picket. Reason we chose to do these submarines is because they really aren't that good. Even if they hit a target, odds are they're not gonna actually hit it they're not gonna like explode. So that's why it was agreed upon to transfer I think it was about 7 of these submarines to my command, so we can get some spotting and maybe interrupt his supply a little bit, or make sure he has to protect his boats. Yep, this is what I'm grabbing as well. And then I'm gonna have you up here. Over Singapore, so there's been talk about how the rules are. Apparently there's a bit of a misunderstanding. The Japanese player that I'm fighting over Singapore thought there was an altitude rule. That's not the case. There was never agreed upon rule for max altitude for fighters. So he stated that he will alter what he's doing for that. So I'm going to alter what I'm doing and just leave everything on the ground. Give my pilots rest, which is much needed. Any rest and fatigue I can get off the airframes as well will ensure that I'll perform better when they're needed. Probably the upcoming turn, I'll set them up again. But in this one, I really don't need to. I really don't need them here. I don't need them in the air, I should say. I'm gonna start sending this one over. We're performing extremely well, in my opinion. I don't see any reasons why we couldn't hold out longer than we should, with how much they're giving us for free, basically. This one is fine. This one shouldn't really be in a picket anymore. Though I still kind of need him in the picket, because I don't have all of the submarines I was going to be getting. And I do need to find them, because they weren't all going to be over here. So, Sea Dragon and Pickerel. Where are they at? He didn't tell me where they were, he just said they're not going to be, some of them may not be super close. So I have to find them. Right, there we go, there's one of them. And I'm going to make a picket here. Okay, yeah, you do need torpedoes, so you will go to... Yeah, you will go to Manila first. You have plenty of ammo. And then I'm going to send you here so we can get a picket line closer to Singapore a little bit. I mean, this may not be the best way to operate, but it's what I got. I think those were the subs, all of the subs I was given. I'll just operate that it was. So we're gonna go back into here. We still have some ASW patrols around. Looks like I did forget to set this back in or something, but I will set up an ASW patrol again. I'm gonna have them definitely in the Straits of Malacca. Though we're not gonna really be sending much through due to threats of air power, but he will definitely have subs here. So it's just important to be able to, if needed, be able to counter his submarines. And then we'll have a max react of 1. These DDs, that's fine. HDMLs, I think those can just stay, honestly. But mine laying, I think I am going to try and mine lane Mersing. So we're going to go to Mersing. Remain on station. And as far as I know, this should work. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't work with having it mission mine lay. We haven't seen any mines, but just to be sure, I am gonna take 1 AM. I don't think we need to have 2 out, but I'll have 1 minesweeper out. Oh, not move 2, just patrol around. Routing, patrol around Singapore. There we go. No, just clear patrol zone, and then just patrol Singapore. Okay, whatever. No lingering. Minesweeping, okay. And then, let's see, what would... Oh, no. Stood down. Yeah, shipyard, 15 days in the shipyard. Definitely moving that into the shipyard. Stronghold can probably do pier side repairs. Let's see. Nope, shipyard. Definitely shipyard. It's only gonna take 4 days on shipyard. And managed ships under repair. Mauritius. I definitely want the Mauritius in the shipyard. So where is my shipyard tonnage here? Okay, they're able to definitely do this. I don't think I need get critical or high. No, let's do critical. That doesn't change the repulse, which is the most important. Durban, 26 days. I may need to send that to Colombo. Yeah, so these definitely can just repair on readiness. What do I do if I set this to shipyard? It'd mess with the dragon, and I need the dragon to be repaired faster. Okay. And then I'm going to go into here. I am going to stand everyone down. One, their planes are a bit, maybe not that squadron, but the Blenheims, their pilots have been getting pretty fatigued with having to do scouting, as well as their planes are pretty fatigued. I just put these on naval search. Put these to 6. Altitude, I think it's 6,000 is what you go with. Planes are a little bit fatigued, but I need some sort of something going on. I will take the pilots actually. List top pilots. So we do have an ace over in Manila. And then we have quite a few, we have a couple 2-kill Buffalo pilots. A lot of the kills have been getting spread around between the Buffaloes, which is nice. Ship sunk last turn. What? What do you mean no ship sunk last turn? Oh, there you go. So last turn, we are reporting the Suzuya sunk last turn. And the Arashio, and then we lost the Houston, Paul Jones, and Parrot. And then some mine layers and, not mine, motor launch. Why are they building? Did I really set them to be built there? And then some AKLs and stuff. And we did confirm we have sunk 3 ships now. Let's go into SIGINT. Anything important here? More stuff moving to Lingayen. AK is moving to Kuantan with troops. They are going to Brunei. And going to Wake. Ops reports. I think anything important would be at the bottom. Don't see anything there. So then let's make sure everything is correct here. I did decide I am going to send this small battalion up to Temelo. I do need to have some sort of blocking force there. And then I am going to just strap move move these guys down to Singapore. I don't think they're gonna land in 2 days. And these guys can just walk the rest of the way. Here, it's gonna take them a lot longer because they're in combat mode and they have an armored unit chasing them. Up here, he did move a unit into here, so I need to set these guys to combat or they're gonna get absolutely wrecked. Most important thing is just trying to get the Indian brigades out. They're much more valuable. This battalion will be at Temelo shortly. He definitely can't beat me here, which is the good thing, because he doesn't own the hex sides. And I did learn the reason why I couldn't strat move these guys is because they are a Commonwealth unit and they cannot use RD plus. They can't use Major Road strategic move, but this guy can. So they will be moving down, and then here I will go into here. Anything need to get taken off of strat move? This Indian brigade does. So I will go into here, set these guys to rest and train, and then once they unpack, I'll be able to reform the 11th Indian Division. So 3 days I'll be able to form the Indian Division. Not really too much else I can do over here, really. I'm gonna go over to China real quick. So he looks like he is moving back to Aicheng. He isn't gonna try and pursue me back to Changte, which is good. And they are building forts. I had moved units in here though. Like I don't know. I guess I didn't realize I was whatever. I'm just gonna play defense. I know he has more EV than me. He has way more gun. We have about the same amount of guns, but he has more troops. Ah, sorry. How close are these guys? They're decently close to getting in. Not much else to really report in China. It's gonna be pretty quiet in China mostly. I am gonna rest these guys. And in Rangoon, we are getting, where is it? This base force back from Victoria Point. They've already brought back 4 aviation support. I think we'll be able to get uh this unit back. I'm pretty sure completely. And then these units are moving pretty quick up to Mole Mine, which is great. But this unit was never going to get back up, so we're just starting to airlift them out with Catalinas. I will need to make sure that these planes stay semi alright. Yeah, they already got heavy fatigue. I can't afford to lose these. I think I should have actually given them a day of rest because they've been going heavy with air search. So I can't afford to lose these, so I actually will have to stop. I'll have to stop for one turn, give the planes, give the maintenance some time to get that down, and get this fatigue down a little bit. But most importantly is the plane fatigue. I can't afford to lose Catalinas. Did any ships get in to Rangoon? Got some unloading of supply. And then we've got this supply will get into next turn. These troops will get in maybe next turn. I think this maybe get in next turn too. So maybe get 2 convoys of troops and a convoy of supply in. And this fuel is pretty close as well. And then take a look at we got this fuel task force going up to Colombo. Let's check on, did we already get that brigade offloaded? I think we did, which is great. And I did notice that there was garrison requirements in Bombay. That is my bad. I needed to pay better attention. So these guys will be going back up to Bombay to do garrison requirements. I should have paid better attention. I need to look at garrison requirements before I take troops out. Is there an easy way to see garrison? Yeah, there is an easier way to see garrison, but I don't have to click on it. So it's 51 out of 30. Yep, I can't move these guys either. So I'm gonna cancel the move of these and put them back into combat. That was good. Can I take anything out of here? No, I cannot. I could actually. I could take this battalion, even though it's basically worthless. I think I'm gonna leave that there though. I did get a response from Shaggy. He does want me to try and get this. Where is it? MG battalion to him. So I need to set that to combat. I need to get these off of wait, no. They need to stay in strat, don't they? What's the load cost actually? I'm going back and forth here. Need to see the load cost. Can't be too much, right? Total load cost of 1,300. Yeah, that's one ship basically. It's gonna need to be a larger endurance ship just because I need to have the fuel to get there. Oh, I mean, it probably can just be like troop and cargo, 2,100, 900. It can really just be that one AP, right? It should be able to load everything, right? Load troops. 288, 1,080. Maybe? No, it can't. Okay. So what if I just take one of these larger AKs? Okay, so I do need to have an AK and an AP. There's no way around it, which does suck because I only open to use one ship here. So I'll just grab the AP. There we go. Verify load. Accept. It will be a long trip for them. It'll take a long time. I am going to send them to Perth. But they will definitely need to give a wide berth. Probably out to here. So let's see how that looks with that. For now it could work. I'd say for now this is fine. So then I have these guys. That's not who I selected. I have these guys. So they are unloading the fuel, okay. They will be unloading the fuel. Was it they were unloading the fuel? Who knows at this point. And then these one ships just seem to be stuff that I've just sent here. So they weren't set to auto disband, but I do need them to disband in so I can use them. These guys were taking the Indian Brigade. Those Indian Brigades, I should say. Not sure where to use them right now. Definitely we need to make sure we keep our supplies going. So I'm gonna actually tell them to go back to Cape Town so we can keep the supplies coming in from Cape Town. And they'll return to Cape Town. I don't want them to auto disband for the sole purpose of I want to just be able to just grab them and tell them to load. Though I will be taking out this AKL. That should work just fine. And I will be sending this light cruiser to Australia because that is an Australian light cruiser. And we've got stuff coming down and coming in. Yeah, it wasn't too much to do this turn. I'm just making sure, trying to remember that I'm making sure that I am doing everything that I need to. So I've moved here, did the strat move, explained that, set these guys to combat move, they're on combat move, told these guys to come up to Temalo, these guys will be going to Mersing. We've got a mine layer going to Mersing to lay mines. Actually, I probably should remain on station, no auto disband. It should work as far as I'm aware. Ah yes, move these submarines. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to set it up, but that's how I've been setting it up. Okay, so that's not good then. I need to... They're way too overlapping for my liking. I don't have many subs down here, so I'm actually gonna set these guys down here. Okay. Anything else, really? Yeah, I'm not really sure. I always do this. I always overthink what I'm doing for the turn. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come full force with his zero, so I'm giving my guys 1 day of rest. Well, even more rest. They've had more rest than he has. My buffaloes will be higher and stronger than him. Yeah, fatigue is very low, but also just getting more airframes up. Get another airframe, 2, 6. Another 8 airframes will be back next turn. I'll have most of my airframes back in the next 2 turns, which is huge. And the planes don't have much fatigue because I've been giving them rest. And then I'll check the pilots. They're getting more XP. Hutchison, he's the Buffalo pilot with 2 kills. He's gotten a lot better. And they need rest. Just look at their fatigue. Yeah, any rest I can afford my pilots, and then give them maintenance crews time to repair the boat. Not boats. What am I talking about? The uh, the planes is big. I'm not gonna put. I have principles just repairing and readiness. I I'd say this is fine. This is operational. I'm not worried about that. I'm not sure what he will do overall though. He is moving more units up. Hopefully it should take longer. Hopefully I can get the Indian Brigade out. I won't be able to railroad these guys out. Have to try and do a fighting retreat down, which may or may not work, because I have to hope they'd retreat in the right way. But I am sending a Malay battalion up to try and help, to try and at least put bodies in the way. This guy, I think it's 46 per hex, I think. Yeah, it's 46 per hex, so this guy's almost 2 Temolo. And then hopefully, yeah, they're also fatigued because all of the walking, so hopefully a little bit of fatigue will go down maybe. Yeah, a lot of fatigue here and disruption. Good news is though, we are doing a great job down here in getting these guys rested. I mean, well, not him, he's on strat move. But let's just see. This guy, 2 fatigue, 0 disruption. His experience and morale's going up. So I think it's all set here. So I'm gonna make one final save and do one final look over before I send it to the Japanese players. Hopefully we'll get the AAR shortly as well. So I'll see you there.